Hi, my name is Chris Nevis. I was born December 9th, 1981. I was diagnosed with cerebral palsy. I'm a quadriplegic, however, I can stand up, I can write, I can do all that. I can stand up by the use of hugging somebody and holding somebody. You can't just let go and drop me, but I'm not able to walk, but I'm able to propel a wheelchair short distances. And I used to have a power chair, but some issues with that. It's not always what it seems. Time will tell about that one. I'm a student of CSI. Right now, I'm going for my associates, but in reality, I'm a communications major. The thing is, I was raised by my grandparents who are good folks, and because of my biological mom and my birth father, who I never met, never wanted the responsibility. However, also my stepdad, who was there the day I was born, um, wasn't really good to me as well. I have a lot of cousins and aunts and uncles, so I'm well taken care of. But when you're in a big family, very little helps, but whoever helps, they're worth gold. The thing is, I really wanted to branch out and be on my own because I was over 30 and my grandparents were very overprotective. I like PCCS. It's a good organization. I think they should have more power as far as the home health aid and medical field goes because a lot of people don't treat us with dignity. I suffered some fates when it comes to home health aides, either rushing you to put you to bed early like a little kid, or not being able to go certain places at certain times, and you kind of feel like you're trapped, or them not dressing you or helping you out and making you look humiliated. Yes, I need help dressing top part, bathing partially, but I'm able to do a lot. I make my own appointments at work. I'm a doorman in Regal Entertainment. I'm a public speaker. I do trade and buys on eBay and Amazon. The world is so caught up in computers. I'm more of a person that is hard copy based. Like I like collecting my movies and my video games on hard copy. Most of the things that have to do with the internet, my friends help me out. I have a knowledge of computers that stems to maybe 45%, but my hand coordination is a little off. My dexterity, I have a tremendous memory. I speak Portuguese and Spanish and a little bit of others. Um, I lift weights. I was a former Olympian in the Special Olympics. Um, I won a couple trophies. I was in a men's baseball league, and a couple of my World Series was in the parking lot at City Field. I'm a Hall of Famer in a blog talk radio channel called Fever Keeps It Real for pop culture. Um, Growing up was hard with a disability. I can't say I had those key friends. Yeah, my most of my personality that I have today I got from high school. I perfected it after high school. Um, Basically, after my school day was over, that was my cutoff. I had a lot of parties though, um, but very few kids from school would show up. But anyway, it was a plus that there's so many kids in my family, because who would tell? For me, I have four other siblings, but I don't have a relationship with them. Most of it is because of the disability. But I tried to shine, and I realized that God had a special place for me, that I do have a purpose, and that God will make me shine despite what anybody says. Right now, my grandfather's not doing too good, and I don't really know what will happen to him. I lost my grandmother in 2015, and it was a big loss because the way, that's why I'm so grateful for PCCS. It's the way the home health aid field, the way the physical therapy field, the way the doctors, primary doctors, the way they treat us like we're second class citizens and money comes first and nobody cares if anybody lives or dies. That's why PCCS needs to rise up. It's a great organization. I mean, I have a lot of friends when I go through that hallway in PCCS. Even PCCS is just like life. There's some people in PCCS that are awesome, and there's some people that just don't belong there. But I love the organization nonetheless. I want to say a bunch of thank yous to Nicole Piscotti, who did this event. Chris Marchione, who's an awesome human being. I like to say to the Donnellys, current and her mom that unfortunately passed away, I want to say thank you. To Nicole Forgione, I owe everything to you, so thank you so much. Basically, me, I always fought hard. My nickname was the Dream, even when I was playing uh, sports, because I always wanted to reach out for that dream. Um, my dream was for so many years to walk. Then when I have had over 12 surgeries my entire life. And the last couple of years between 2014 and 15 and being in a nursing home almost 4 years, which I hope I never have to go back. I wanna have the right and the dignity to die in my own bed and be happy and watch TV and do whatever. That's my goal. I since the age of 0, I've been in and out of hospitals, and I don't want to do it anymore. Um, I want to make as much money as I can. PCCS, please don't put me through the ringer with all these websites. It's hard for me. I just, at certain events, I would like to be a greeter because I trust you guys and I like you guys, and you guys will give me a chance than any other organization. Right now, I'm a greeter at Rico Entertainment in Forest Avenue. They have so many change in management from one day to the next. So I don't know if they'll keep me, if they'll be used to, you know, my certain way of living, meaning my accommodations that I need. I don't know if everybody will be accommodating with the GMs, but um, so I feel I'm very thin ice when it comes to Regal. Not that I'm doing anything wrong, but I just don't see them having understanding for my condition, the new management. Basically, I found PCCS through one of the home health agencies. I took a test for my intelligence and to see if I could handle living on myself alone. Um, then I got hospitalized because I was doing surgery. Then I said to myself, let me give my grandparents a break. So I devised a plan to stay in a nursing home because if I would have went back home to my grandparents, they wouldn't have given me a place, the government. So that was my plan. I was made, at first everything was cool, but then when they stopped seeing my family visit, they started taking advantage and making fun of me because my grandmother died. I wasn't even allowed to pool because they figured, oh, you're a Hoylift, which actually I'm not a Hoylift. There's so many different ways to transfer me. There's the hug, there's stand pivot, there's trapeze, there's. But since I was using a Hoylift, they wouldn't let me poop. And some of the aides told me to hold it for the next day in the nursing home. I took very minimal showers, even if at all. Talked down to a lot. Was showed by the social work department. Honestly, sometimes talking to them was like talking to a wall. Like they could really care less. The only time you really saw them jump into action was after 5. Um, it was hard to tell if I really had friends in there. But I just know it wasn't a place for me. And I didn't feel comfortable. And there's so much more life to live. I was lucky enough that even though, you know, the reason why I wanted my place because my grandfather, even after being over 30, he would never let me have any visitors. So he was very overprotective. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted my friends. I would have to meet them outside for the few hours that I had to aid because back then I had 12 hours. It was exhausting. Um, I've been lucky enough to have a handful of friends that I known for past a decade. I never really had that friend that I grew up with as a kid. It's so hard having a disability, and I don't like the fact that when people see someone with a disability, they put them in a category. Look, the person themselves don't even want to be in the disability. So why put them in a box? That's my whole thing. But like I said, I persevere, I have fun, I play video games, I love professional wrestling. One of my goals was to meet Hulk Hogan, and I did that. I always said that if I couldn't walk, if I couldn't run, at least to meet my childhood hero would make my life, and then I'd be done. And it's true, I met Hulk Hogan 5.5 years ago, and it was great. I met many, many others since then. I collect action figures. I collect signed action figures. I can draw somewhat. I taught myself how to draw before I even knew how to write. At 8 years old, a little delayed, but we're all like stars in the sky. Everybody needs each other to make this planet and this life work. Unfortunately, you can't force everybody to love you, but I'm so glad for PCCS, and I hope they persevere and excel. And I'm grateful for my family that helps out. I got a beautiful place. At least my grandfather got a chance to see me here. My grandfather sends me money every once in a while. I hope he pulls through this. Um, my grandmother made me the person I am today. I know she's watching down upon me. And I could have came on here and made so many corny jokes, but no, this is serious. PCCS is great, and I hope they realize how great I am. Even if I never get on the payroll, I would like a check for $1, literally $1, to say that I worked for one of the best organizations in the world. Like I say in my YouTube videos, this is Chris Neves, and now you know what the deal is. PCCS #1. That's my journey.